I know what you're saying. You back again? Yeah, I'm back again. I went for a walk earlier. Nice day out. A little windy, a little cool, but not too bad. Not bad. Yeah, so. Anyway, I'm here to make a video about act of kindness from a friend of mine. His name's Rick. His name's Rick. He's one of the grumpy old gentlemen on film. We were talking. He asked me if there was a movie that I wouldn't mind having. I said, well, of course, right? So I picked a movie. I told him there's a movie I've seen years ago, and it's very hard. It's hard to find, right? So he looked around. He found it for me. He sent it to me. So Rick Gleaves, I thank you very much, and I'm going to open up his parcel now, and I'm going to show you what he sent me. Give it the old cut with the scissors. Let's pull it out and let's see what he sent me. Are you ready? Midnight Movies. Gas, which I never heard of. And Wild in the Streets. I'm pretty sure from 1967. Is it Wild in the Streets? No, wait a minute. That's 68. Yes, 68, 1968. Now, I know nothing about gas. Well, double feature. I guess it's on one, both movies on one CD. Just put a piece of Kleenex in it to keep it from rubbing or catching anywhere. So, yeah, Wild in the Streets, Shelley Winters and Christopher Jones and Diane Varsi. 1968, this is quite the movie. Yep, I remember this very vividly. I was 17 years old. I don't know when it came out, I can't remember. Summertime? Might have been the summer. But I was working at Queen and Yonge Street here in Toronto, standing on the corner selling newspapers. You know, like the Toronto Star and the Toronto Telegram and the Globe and Mail, I think it was. Standing outside the bank there at the corner. That was back in the days when stores shut at 6 o'clock at night, and they weren't open on Sundays. So no stores were open on Sundays in 1968. So in 1968 at 6 o'clock, most everything, the stores especially, like Eaton's and Simpson's or Sears and stuff like that, shut down at 6 o'clock. Everybody went home. Well, I shut down too from selling newspapers and stuff. And I got my pay and my tips and all that kind of stuff, and I walked up Yonge Street and I went to the downtown show. Here I call it the show. I call it the show. I've been brought up on going to the show. Not film, going to the films or going to the movies. I went to the show. Most of the time in the 60s and 70s, not 70s, getting ahead of myself. Most of the time in the 60s. Like, Planet of the Apes, I've seen that at the show. I've seen all those movies. But this one here, Wild in the Streets, I went there and seen this. Great movie. I have a copy of this movie, but it's not very good. Okay, that's why I mentioned, he asked me, and I said, well, I wouldn't mind getting Wild in the Streets. So he seeked it out, he found it, and he sent it to me. And I really appreciate that. It's kind of one of those things that you appreciate, right? So yeah, I remember going to see this. Pay my way in, and I go down the flight of stairs. I go downstairs and get popcorn. Pretty sure it was downstairs. Not that it matters. But I think he went downstairs, got some popcorn, got a Coke, of course, and got a foot-long hot dog. Maybe it wasn't a foot, maybe it was only 11 inches. I think back then in those days they never questioned much. But it used to come in a foil wrap. It looked like a bag, right? And it was like that long, and it had a little wrap on it. So you you know, you pulled back the wrap up here and there's the hot dog. And you put mustard on that hot dog. You put onions on that hot dog. You put pickles on that hot dog, right? You put relish on there. You'd fill that friggin' thing up, right? And it was heavy. Yeah. So when you went and sit down and you watched the movie. And a lot of the times, the downtown show, it was double bill. So we used to call them an A movie, maybe something like this is now, which could be The Wild in the Streets, could be the A movie, and Gas could be the B movie. So that's similarities. So you go to the show and you see two movies. I think one movie started at maybe 7:30ish, and the second movie started around 9:30ish. So you got out of there around 11:30ish. I walked downtown. I walked down Yonge Street and ran along Queen Street back home to Caroline Avenue, where I was living at the time this movie came out in 1968. So that was quite enjoyable memories in 1968. And this movie is, when you turn 35 years old, when these old shits, you know, turn 35 years old, we fill them up with acid, right? And they roam around in the prisons, right, all stoned out of their minds and eating oranges and sucking back a banana here and there. And they just roam around, don't cause no trouble. And all the young people, right, rule the world. Yeah. 14 or fight. Yeah. Yeah. It's a great movie. Shelley Winters, Christopher Jones, Diane Barcy. Everybody knows Shelley Winters. Not too many people knew Diane Barcy at the time. Wild in the Streets, yeah. And Holbrook, Millie Perkins, Richard Pryor, he was a drummer. Yeah, Bert Freed, Kevin Koffler, and Larry Bishop, and Ed Begley. Songs written by Barry Mann and Cynthia Well. And he had a hit album with this Wild in the Streets album that came out in '68, yeah, and a hit single. Right, well, yeah, and a hit 45. So that's the story. So he brought back all those memories. Rick Gleaves did. How do I spell his name? He's on YouTube too. Like I said, Grumpy Old Gentleman. He has his YouTube channel. Rick Gleaves, yeah, it's RickGleaves. So look under Rick Gleaves and you'll find his channel. He talks about movies, right? He talks about movies that he has and what he's watched, right? And him and his daughter, and his wife watch a movie on Saturdays, a kids movie. And they talk about that. It's fun. He has a great channel. He's a very nice person, and I thank him very much for Wild in the Streets. Now, I got this. Yeah, I got this yesterday in the mail. Yeah, yesterday, but it was late. It's kind of dark and stuff, so that's why I decided today to record this video, because now it's light. It's very light outside. It's a nice day. I got the door open, and you can actually see me just sitting here in my place with my 70 balloons there back of me, because I turned 70 on the 21st of April. But that's enough of that. So thank you again, Rick Gleaves. I really appreciate it. And I don't know when I'm going to watch Wild in the Streets yet, to be quite honest. I could watch it. What am I doing? No, I already got something to watch today. So yeah, I'll probably watch it. What's tomorrow? Friday. I'll probably watch it tomorrow. Yeah, and I got lots of movies to watch. Still got to watch the movie for May, for the Grumpy Old Gentleman, right? So. Grand Hotel, I think it's called, 1932. I think that's what we're watching. So yeah, so shout out to Rick Gleaves, and thank you very much, Rick, and have a good week. Keep watching those movies.